Welcome, Facebook and YouTube viewers, once again to a fantastic podcast by us, the Sentai Writers United. I am your wonderful host, the Toyman, CJ Dellinger. Before we get started, I have the introductions to do. First and foremost, we have frogs.
Yo, ribbit. Yo, okay, so real talk, have you heard that Ninja has a frog gun? Like, it's gonna be pretty cool. It's a good year for me.
We need to get you that weapon, my friend. Next in line, we have Eric. We have no cool nickname for him yet. We'll think of one.
We're working on it.
Maybe we should call him the Bus Man. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. Kidding. Next in line, we have KRX50, our wonderful toy reviewer here.
If you didn't get that reference, you will soon enough.
And last but most certainly not least, we have Volt.
Hi, everybody.
Don't let his electrifying personality fool you. Anywho, so before we get right down to our topic, we have our news of the week. So let's get this started. Mr. Frogs, if you will, you are now on the screen share. First and foremost, we have information about the new deluxe Forbidden Apple Lock Seed.
Alright, so if you don't have to read it, I'll break it down. So what it is it's a new lock seed. It's going to be in the new movie. It's the DVD exclusives. So this one's for Baron. And a common writer. It starts with an I. Hold up, 1 second.
It's pronounced Eden.
Yeah, Eden. So yeah, this is a very nice recoloring of a lock seed that's been made like 3 times now.
The golden.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lock seed's been made 3 times. So what it's gonna do is obviously it's gonna make Baron into this, and this is Eden. And so the lock seed itself is just a bunch of quotes from Kaito when he was in the Overlord Baron. That's really all it's gonna do. What?
Or just Lord Baron.
Yeah, Lord, Overlord. He's a lord. I don't worship him though.
Lord Baron, that's always confounded me that they decided to go that route, because Lord is a technical name of
Like a king?
royalty, and same thing for Baron.
Yeah,
It's redundant.
Pretty much.
it really is. In fact, a lord is higher ranking than a baron. So
Alright, but yeah, so
Yeah,
the only way to get this lock seed is if you pre-order the movie. And I think the regular DVD with the lock seed pre-order is like going for like, I think it's like 60 to 70. And then the Blu-ray, which is region free, the standard DVD is not region free, so you need like a region 2 DVD player or like VLC player on your computer. But yeah, the Blu-ray with the lock seed is gonna be like $90 to $100 something American.
Pretty much, if you are here in the U.S. and you want that lock seed, plus have a good movie on your hands, you might be better off getting the Blu-ray. Shell out the extra money.
I mean, yeah.
you just watch the DVD on your computer. There's plenty of stuff out there to allow you to just.
Torrington.
Well, yeah, that's what I plan on doing.
Hey, someone on one of these Toku groups are going to be selling this lock seed later on because they bought it and then they realized they have no money, so they're going to sell it at an exorbitant price, and someone dumb enough is going to buy it. So.
They're going to scalper price it. Joy! The only thing I hate about our fandom, we get scalpers like crazy. But then again, you get that in any fandom. Darn. Alright. Do we have anything else to say about this?
I know.
This is
that we're getting like a regular apple, but at the same time, It's a recolor, it's lazy, and I don't know, I'm not gonna be one to say go out and buy this.
Well, also something we didn't mention, but there's gonna be another Lockseed. Was it proto watermelon? Watermelon. That's for if you are the movies gonna be on the same DVD, or
Yeah.
is it two different DVDs? So how do you get
Proto
How do you get Proto Suika then?
I'm pretty sure you don't. It's really just a recolor of mango.
Okay.
Oh.
I thought it was just a recolor of Suika. Oh well,
No, it's a recolor of mango.
whatever.
Boy.
I legitimately hate this Loxy because it's beyond lazy. I actually hate the fact that it's just Baron wearing Mars's armor.
Well, almost. The only difference is that the gold parts are now silver.
But the thing is the only difference between Mars and this thing is a recoloring. Pretty much the same damn thing, right down to the shield, the sword. The only difference about it is the coloring.
Yep.
I see the laziness. I mean, and what's going to be interesting though is the fact that it's being called Eden. You know, it makes me think. Let's see. Apple garden. Oh,
That's the point.
so much religious allegory in this series.
Pretty much. But this isn't even the series. This is extra stuff.
Oh, true. I know. I know. But still, it's part of the Gaim series in a way.
And it's still canon. Kinda.
We
It
don't
just takes-
actually know that.
No, they already said where it's going to take place in the series. This is both. So Zangetsu is going to take place in the time period between when he had the Sengoku driver right before he got the Genesis driver, and then this one's going to take place around that same time, but for like Baron.
Huh.
Interesting. All right.
Kind of
Moving on.
weird, but all right.
Something like that. I don't know. All right, moving on. We got. Oh yeah, we
Honda.
got some actors.
So, if anyone was a fan of Kamen Rider Fives, like I was,
Or like me. That's my number 4.
trust me, this one bumped Kiva down to a number 2 for me.
Wow.
Man,
I'm
surprised you didn't go for the easy joke of Fives as your number 5.
Oh no. So no, it's funny because O's is my number 5. He should be like 3.
Yeah.
So Kento Honda is reprising his role as Takumi Inui in
Yeah.
GP.
Oh yeah, he's coming back again.
Yeah, again. This is the third time he will be back. He'll have been in the series. He came back in Kamen Rider Taisen, and now he's in Superhero Taisen GP.
I mean,
This is his second return.
Yes.
He said third.
I mean, it would have been nice to have Gentaro come back since he wasn't in the previous film.
Have who returned?
Kamen Rider
Gentaro.
Forza.
Oh, Forze.
Yeah.
You know, that was always one thing that even to this day kind of confounded me about the Kamen Rider Taisen. We see all these others, but we see all the others in their suits.
That's what we call a dead suit.
What was their importance other than the fact that it's the Heisei versus the Showa? What was the importance of them even being there? There was no story to them. They were just sort of.
Hey.
I'm not looking forward.
Why are you asking now? We already had an episode about this.
Yeah, I know, but I'm willing to bet that the same thing is going to happen with this movie here.
I
It
mean,
always happens.
Yeah,
All
forward
fan service.
It's called fan service.
yeah.
Also, he drew his hair back specifically for this movie.
Yep.
and that's dedication. I mean,
Yes.
but for me, like, I'm just kind of sad that they're doing another Kamen Rider movie because
No,
Like,
this is a Tyson. This is a superhero. This is
Superhero
Sentai.
Tyson, so it's
This is
not just.
Sentai and Kamen Rider and whatever else they want to throw in, like maybe more space sheriffs and Ultraman and stuff.
That being said, so far we've only heard of the Rider side, nothing of the Sentai side.
Or anything else. So this could literally go anywhere.
I mean, it's entirely. I mean, right now they're at a point where it could go in any which way. They could bring back any.
okay, granted, I'll give you guys that. But was Superhero Tyson Z any better?
God, I hated that movie.
That movie was terrible. I mean,
I actually
We'll
like
talk about that movie.
but then again, like,
both
good-
of the
Everybody is talking at once.
Yeah, right?
KRX, you were saying?
I will admit, I actually like the Superhero Tyson movies.
I like them too.
I do too.
I
okay.
give Z crap, but that's just me.
They're okay. I think they're okay. I just kind of think they should kind of, get a different writer because they keep getting the same guy to write the same shit. Like okay. If you look at all the letters, it equals shit. Superhero Tyson shit. Superhero Tyson Z shit.
It's
Superhero
come
Tyson.
on, oh come on, that is so immature.
No.
It kinda is, and I think you're...
And also, here's something better. It's the same initials as the programming block that Super Sentai and Kaina run.
Yeah. Superhero Time could also be considered shit for a few years. Like certain years, they were kind of, shit.
well, my thing is, I love the concept of all these characters coming together and just, punching each other, because that's the concept of a Superhero Tyson movie. Just getting these characters and see, who can beat the crap out of each other. So, like, I'm in a love-hate relationship with these movies, because, like, I'll hate it and I'll analyze it and I criticize it, but then I realize it's a show or a movie involving characters that bleed sparks, and then I just learn to just love it. But then I'll hate it again.
Actually, all right. So we're gonna move on real quick to. So we have more actors actually coming in for the Shits GP.
I'll get the stick.
So we have
serious.
we have Zeronos, cool. We have Garen, weird, and we have Kotaro, Minami Kotaro. That's his name, right? The guy that played Black and Black RX.
Yeah.
And he's gonna get extra forms for RX apparently.
Well, that's the name of the character. The actor is
No, I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying he played, Minami Kotaro. I didn't know his real name.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the actor who played Garen was also the principal in Forze.
Heck, I think it was...
Yeah, I know he was principal in Forze, but...
No, I think it was the first Superhero Tyson. They actually had a net movie that was really funny where...
Yeah, they did. They were all... It was, they were all
where he, hit his head and came out of, an amnesiac coma and was like, wait a minute, I'm Tachibana. I'm Kamen Rider Garen.
Actually, it was about confusion between
the Tachibana from Forze and the Garen from
the
principal, because they were all like Tachibana and Garen and the principal were all the same person and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember that one. But
it was so funny to me.
So far, this is these three right here. These are really weird. People to come back. Well, we have Garen.
No, not Black RX though, because
he's a main writer. Okay, well, I guess, but I mean, Zeronos and Garen, what?
You respect the Jack of Diamonds.
Oh,
I can kind of understand the confusion with Zeronos because his main means of transportation is a big ass train. I mean, yeah, he does have a body.
Wait. He specifically brought back a Deno train. This movie's gonna have time travel.
Maybe.
I
They
mean,
brought back a Deno train.
Think about it. Every time they bring back a Deno train, regardless of its Den liner, Zero liner, hell, if they would ever bring back King liner, there's going to be time travel in some way, shape, or form.
I'm
Joy.
just speculating. Don't take this as confirmation.
I don't know. I mean, Garen's cool and all. Like, he looks hella cool in this picture. I just want to know why.
Because
Well,
yeah,
I have the opinion right now, they need to hurry up and kill Shocker and be done. Kill this silver mother fricker and be done.
Also, we're getting a new rider, Kamen Rider 3, or what is it? So Kamen Rider Sango.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
It's weird because you have already a kind of number 3 in the form of B3.
yeah, he was
Yeah, but it's like
the Songo, but like he just went by like his V. If I remember correctly, they explained that the V actually does stand for version 3.
Yes.
B3.
I don't know. I think it's just going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I can't wait to see it. But we've kind of hit on this one a little too long. We kind of need to
Then moving on.
move on.
Okay, move
on.
on. All right, Power Rangers. We don't really talk about Power Rangers much, but we should. So we got Dino Charge stuff. We got a promo or an extended trailer. I don't know how much more extended it could get. I mean, I saw the trailer at Morphicon, like the first one. That trailer was hella long. Let me tell you right now. I swear I was in my seat for at least like a good like 6 minutes. That was a long trailer.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then you just randomly see your wizard in the trailer, and you're like, what's happening here?
Okay, there's,
I know. It's the superhero time, 20 whatever. I'm just saying, I know it was an editing mistake. I'm just saying, Wizard was in it, and it was kind of funny.
Okay.
I'd be interested to see how they play this. In that, and I know it's not going to happen just because, yeah. But the way that this could happen, think about back many years ago to Chew Ranger, how they had Barza. Barza was a wizard of some means. What if they have a similar thing and they actually have Wizard in there as that's like a transformation for this Barza-like character? I know that's a very, very long stretch, but I mean, come on.
That is very far. That is very long stretch.
Tell you why that's not going to happen. The thing is that a few years back, Saban made a trademark on something called Power Rider, but they did nothing with it, and the trademark ran out. So they don't have anything Kamen Rider related now.
Ah.
Yep. I also heard about
I'm
this.
actually looking forward, and I say this very loosely to this series because it's being directed by Judd Lin. And she made Power Rangers in Space. She directed it. So I might give Dino Charge a chance.
Okay, yeah, I'm also just a tiny bit excited for this season.
Judd Lin's actually a guy.
What?
Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
Judd
okay.
Lin.
All right, that's whatever.
Judd Ship Lin.
Well, I'm kind of excited for the season, I guess, just a tiny bit. I'm not too sure. I gotta say right now though, so like the Red Ranger, he looks like a Hispanic Zac Efron. All right. So more Dino Charge news. We have the announcement of the Aqua Ranger, or Kyoryu Cyan. She's kind of cute.
However, this is a little bit dubious simply because while near the end of Kyoryu there was a female one, for the most part it was male, and a male of a much larger frame than her.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look at Jew Ranger, dude. Like, come on. The Yellow Ranger was a guy. Obviously, he was super bulky.
Not really. Tiger Ranger was pretty skinny.
No. Like he. Oh, I just found the Twix I dropped on the floor. I'm eating this.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Alrighty then.
The thing that makes me question this is if Yoshi Sudarso, aka the Blue Dino Charge Ranger, would be allowed to reveal this before it's officially revealed by, the people who are producing the show.
Well, but the thing is maybe he somehow got permission. I know that's a very long stretch to think, but it is possible.
Look, see? He even says it right here.
One moment.
Right here in this tweet. He says he says that he's trolling and stuff, and yeah. He says they'll have the scene in 2016, and he's not saying any more than that.
Well, if that's true, I guess it means they're going a very different direction with this. Which
Maybe
means
Possibly. I mean,
quite a bit later.
Yeah, so that means she'll be in Dino Supercharge.
Oh, this supercharged crap. Or this super crap. Good lord.
I
mean, all I know is this means that they're going to have to make a lot of new footage for her.
Probably would.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm okay with this.
There's going to be a lot of American footage for this season. Go on, Noah.
The only thing on this, though, that I'm like irking my head at is the actual context of the photo.
What are you talking about, man? Look at those abs.
Basically,
I know. You can grind meat on those, but it's like, why are they in the bathroom?
Considering if you look at what they're wearing, it's basically like a pre-workout photo.
Look, it's a bathroom selfie. Come on now. Also, like, look at these abs. Look at those abs in progress. This is a great picture for any girl looking at Yoshi and guys looking at Yoshi, and same for guys and girls looking at what is her name?
Sarah.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
In Ninja news, a better look at their shurikens and.
Wrong. Wait, you're on the wrong one. I got the opening theme. Opening and ending is revealed.
Okay, well, we'll just do that one first then.
Sorry.
Alright, then don't worry about it. So, the opening and ending theme songs for sure, good lord, for Ninja are finally revealed. They'll be released in March. I don't know.
Another one of those rare cases where the theme song is not the name of the show.
Thankfully.
I actually like it when they just name it after the show, but
I'm actually looking forward to this series.
I am too, but I wish we just got more stuff for it, because
I mean,
the future's almost out.
Speaking of Tokuger, I mean, this is a side note, but for anyone who's watching it and hasn't caught up, I would recommend you do, just because, as far as I go, this is probably one of the best Sentai plots I've ever seen.
Well, plots that's just, for me, I feel like it's a plot that just barely got introduced at the end. Like,
I wouldn't.
No, it's not that the plot got introduced at the end. Because
finally acknowledging it.
Well, it's not even necessarily acknowledging it. It's more so it's taken a twist. It's taken a twist on the way that on how we anticipated it to go.
Getting back on track, though, and pun slightly intended, the opening and ending are performed by people who did songs for Tokuger. The opening is going to be performed by Yohei Onishi, who performed Tokyo 6's theme, which you'd only have heard if you watched episode 26, because for a lot of the time they just play the instrumental version of the song. And then the ending is going to be performed by Daiki Ise, who performed the theme song for Tokuger.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, next.
All right, next. Let's go back.
See.
So now
I
we'll
got promos.
You got promos.
Going back to the Ninja, I was actually about to say.
Oh, we're still on the Ninja.
Yeah, we're still on the Ninja, dude.
No, but it was derailed by Tokuja just for a moment.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
But I wanted to say that I'm looking forward to this series because I feel like it's already, for me, reminiscent of Kaku Ranger. And what I mean by that is that there's a White Ranger, and I'm hoping that it'll some type of nod to Kaku Ranger, and like how Ninja White was sort of like the leader, even though, you know, they had to make Red the de facto leader, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I think there's already a couple nods back to Kaku Ranger already. So far in the promo, and like I just hear it very slightly, but when they do transform, I hear what sounds like Super Henge.
Yeah, I heard that too, and I was hella excited. Super Henge.
That and they in their which is kind of a Ninja Sentai thing already, but in their civilian state, they are just in ninja garb.
Well, I think there are also a bit of references to Hurricane Ranger too. You know, it's bringing back the male yellow, and the is kind of similar because you see the shuriken on sword and then they spin it, and that's basically similar to the Hurricane Gyro that the Hurricane Rangers used, where they had their shinobi medals that would spin to transform.
Whoa! All three ninja teams have had male yellows.
Yep.
Yeah. And I am glad that they're bringing back the male yellow because we haven't had one since Maji Ranger.
Oh god, it has been that long.
Wow, it has.
Wow.
Indeed.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, their promos are out. Their promos are cool. You should go watch them. Oh wait, there's one, and then there's two, not in HD, but this one's in HD. I don't know. They're cool. They do flips and stuff, and their mech is really cool. Next, so we got.
Look on their shuriken and the medal, or the medals.
Okay, so this is gonna be weird. I figured out how to make these full screen, and they got. So then we can like get a really good look on all these pictures. So here's the team with their little poses and their little shuriken swords. Looks like a Shinkenmaru, but it's not.
It's called the Ninja Ichibanto.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm saying it looks like a Shinkenmaru, but it's not.
Kinda.
Yeah, it
not
kinda.
entirely, but
I don't know.
I still
Every time I
really
look
love
down,
these suits.
the helmets are growing on me, I assume.
Somewhat, yeah.
Next picture, their helmets have headphones. Shuriken shaped.
Well, no, that's more like just a symbol on the
I know.
That
I'm
looks
kidding.
like the Kaku Ranger symbol that goes across their chest.
Yeah, well, that's more of a lightning bolt. It's
No,
not a lightning
there's
bolt.
also a shuriken on it.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, it goes to show how much I know about my favorite team.
right.
There's the shurikens. There's a little mech and the pink and the colors.
Shuriken.
What did I say?
You just said the mechs. I just said the mech's name.
No, I said. What did you? Wait. Oh, never mind. Okay. So here's the robot. Dragon tail. Dragon tails, come on, watch a ninja now.
I'll get the stick.
I'm still very up in the air about this mech.
Oh, don't worry, everybody is, because we have a helicopter for a head. We have a helicopter for a head, like a When I say helicopter, I mean the shuriken. Yeah, let me finish. I meant the shuriken. We have a throne for the king ninja. We have a dragon, a dump truck,
And a
dog,
train.
and a dog, and a train.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Yep.
That's great. As I said before, it's gonna need context for it to make sense to me.
I'm really hoping to God that when this series starts, they give the context to it. Because I'm just thinking, okay, one of all of these things just doesn't belong here.
I'm really hoping what it is very much like how the Hurricaneger mecha worked. Was they're basically real life object things turned into robots or hiding as them.
Had a theme of all being based on animals.
So
Yeah.
I just call this one. I just call this one the reject mechs for every season. So like we got the dragon, the train, the
Really?
the
I don't
Yeah,
think our
like-
viewers have noticed in the last 3 episodes.
Have I said that for 3 episodes now?
Yes.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm burnt. Okay, so we have the frog guns.
What do the Gama Gama do?
We have the Jiraiya guns, summoning his frog. Wait, the dragon is a shield too? Damn.
Yeah, dragon makes up most of their weaponry.
And it's also the left arm.
Yep, that is a big dragon.
Also, it's a second form for the mech.
Actually, I think the dragon is very much like the yellow lion from Hurricaneger. It actually makes up the majority of the body.
Actually, I think that's the dump truck that does that.
Yeah, I think the dump truck is the chair.
What is with the yellow mechs and making up the majority of the body?
I don't know.
I don't
Because
know.
yellow can also get some gold.
Weird.
Kind of a good center color.
Well, okay,
Especially if
okay,
it's going
no.
to be a throne.
So like, so I know if the dragon is like, so this is main form. This is like the form 1. If the dragon is like the second form of the mech, where the dragon would be the chair, where does the little man go?
He becomes the arm.
Yeah.
Do his feet become the arms? Does he like?
Becomes an arm.
Okay, this is weird. This is a weird season already. I love it.
What I'm already also noticing about this series is that instead of calling them like certain names, I feel like the naming is very reminiscent of Gorenja.
You know, I'm just glad that within the past few years, we've kind of strayed away from the what had been getting repetitive was the cell phone changer.
Yes.
No, in this case, it's their sword that they use to transform.
I mean, don't get
okay.
me wrong. Yes, a cell phone is very compact and can go in a pocket or on your hip. But after 15 seasons of that damn thing being the transforming device, and I'm using 15 loosely, I know that is not the actual number, but damn, people.
Probably close. I will say one thing. The way it looks is they have to spin the shuriken on the sword to start the transformation.
Like the Shinken Maru.
No.
No, they didn't have to do that for the thing.
No. I'm saying it spins like the Shinken Maru.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking for the transformation. I am really, really hoping that we get some Bokenger moments where they like do the spin off of something.
That'd be awkward as hell.
Not really.
They're going to have
like to get look at this. Look how small that shuriken is. If they were gonna
Yeah,
spin
but
it
it
off.
looks like. But I'm guessing that it's probably done via a wheel on the side, like the Hurricane Gyro. Them actually
Okay.
the
Or the shuriken itself could have like a mechanical something inside. Not quite sure. All right, so next
they're gonna
picture.
have those are gonna have some of the lights down.
Okay, so next picture I guess we're moving on to Drive.
Yeah.
All right, so we have
This guy is my favorite writer of the series.
how many pictures do we have here? My God, there are so many.
A ton of pictures.
We're not going to go through all of them.
Okay, so I hope everybody pays attention because this is gonna be real quick. So this is Mock. Yeah, that's Holy
I
crap!
love that. I love the front of his helmet can go up.
Wait.
Like a helmet.
Can this go up? Does this happen in the show?
Yes.
I don't-
It's great. I love
I
it.
think.
He's
I
like,
think
peekaboo!
I think. Okay, he's kind of ugly. I mean, in this picture he doesn't look so bad, but I still think he's kind of ugly. I don't like this scarf thing.
I
You know,
love that thing.
well,
I
'cause
I think it's paying homage to the original Kamen Riders.
I think no, I just don't like this because it reminds me of Double, and I'm like, dude, you wrote Double, get over Double. Double is dead, in my opinion. Double is dead to me.
Yeah, but he's
Wait a
not
minute.
the
Wait a
guy who
minute.
designed the suit.
Yeah,
I
he
think-
he didn't design it at all. I think it is just more of it's paying some homage to older designs.
Also,
Alright.
look at the color
Either
scheme.
that or Excel did get an upgrade.
What has been noticed by some people is that he might also be a reference to the Mach 5 from Speed Racer.
That's what I
Yes,
would.
please!
That's
This is what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yes.
Oh, so we got some. This one actually doesn't look like a bad picture. We got some little signals.
Right, his gimmicks.
Ah.
The Tokan.
Yeah. And what is this, Max Flare?
Yeah?
Oh, wow. Okay. Rider kick. His gun thing.
I mean, really, this isn't exactly news. It's more like this is the kind of thing it has pretty often. It's just detailed shots of the characters.
I haven't seen much of it, so it's we got Machine Chaser, whatever. Looks sexy as hell. Sexy and ugly at the same time.
Sexy in a breakdown kind of way.
We have the Break Gunner, break your body, break your heart, break your
Break
soul.
you all together.
Break. These are some really weird like pictures. I don't know. Like the pictures for Mach weren't bad, but then you get to these and they're all like, why? Well, this is I don't know why we have pictures for this. This is stuff we've already seen. At least if you haven't seen the show, this is good. This is like his viral cores. There's Cobra, Spider, Bat, and the Break Gunner and stuff. This part reminds me of O's. Like that back piece of O's that looks like something can attach to it, but nothing ever does.
Well,
Maybe
that's
it does,
yeah.
maybe this
actually
will.
supposed to be representative of the button on the OCC figures that you would press to make the figures come apart.
That
Ooh,
that's
that was a
also,
lot.
That
There was a lot of people talking there. Sorry.
that's also where they attach the Tajador wings to.
Yeah, that was pretty much the only thing that attached there, but I don't know. I thought more was going to attach to O's. Just saying.
It's also probably the thing that held a good chunk of the upper body of the suit together.
Yeah, probably. All right, so next we have Signal bikes.
Yeah.
Signal bikes. Here's Mr. America. This guy's a walking American flag.
Not entirely.
I haven't seen his debut episode, but I hear he speaks a lot of English.
That's because he was living in America.
Exactly, he's Mr. America. He's the walking American Kamen Rider flag.
I'ma get the stick!
Another that he might be
America.
referencing, Motorcycle Stuntman Evil Knievel.
Yep, I can
And
see it.
that's super American.
America.
I'm
Here we got Bullet Bill, the signal bike. Then we got this one is make a decision. Which turn do you want to go?
That's the scatter shot signal Koksan.
Thank you. Here we have left turn.
Signal Magaru, yes, it's Fern signal.
Stop. In the name of love.
Tomare.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the way these work is that he fires his gun, and then he'll activate the belt to change the effects of the shots.
Okay.
So wait, he can stop his shot. Huh.
No, not exactly. What that does is that it'll be used to paralyze enemies.
Ah.
Here we have Max Flare. And Stop in the name of love. And we have Ice.
Type Technic Winter. using Shift Road Winter.
Nice.
Oh
nice.
no. Okay. Hold on. I have what?
It's called Type
Okay.
Winter.
Oh no, I wanted to hear what Eric said. He was singing Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh wait. Actually, I have a fun nickname for this one. We have Type Technique. Kirby eats ice monster form. Okay. Well, that's it for the news of the week. It took about as much time as it usually takes.
Took about 40 minutes.
I'll stop sharing now.
Alrighty. My apologies for that. I had to go make some more tea so I don't go hoarse. Alright. So, if you cannot tell by the title, we are going to be reviewing a wonderful series, or a wonderful movie, I should say, called Ultra Galaxy Legends. Basically, if you cannot figure it out, it is the Ultraman movie, or a Ultraman movie.
The full title is Mega Monster Galaxy. Mega Monster Battle Ultra Galaxy Legend, the movie.
Thank you, KRX50.
What I find interesting about this movie is that Koichi Sakamoto directed this, and he worked on costumes.
Now,
throw money at the guy and he approves.
Now, one thing I must say from the get-go is, up until today, I've never really watched much Ultraman. I watched some of what we got here in the U.S. back when they did dub it, or, well, not really dub it, but when they did bring it over here. So I have very, I have very little knowledge of Ultraman, so other than what's in this movie. But based on what I've seen of this movie, I like it. I like the Ultraman stuff. I think I need to get into it now. Maybe specifically Mebius. He seems kick-ass.
Here's a fun one.
Oh boy, it's all quiet on the Western Front.
So, for those who know, this movie is a spin-off of the, unfortunately, pay-per-view series Ultra Galaxy Mega Monster Battle, which was it's in itself rather a spin-off series to the Ultraman franchise, because it didn't really so much focus on an Ultraman, more so some characters within the Ultraman universe who interacted more with Ultra monsters than Ultramen.
Yeah, and specifically, at least with the case of this movie, the person who can control them.
Also, this is like one of the installments in the Ultraman Zero franchise.
The first.
Yeah, this is the first one out of the trilogy.
Don't worry, we'll talk about him. I'm not gonna lie, I have some issues with Zero, but.
Though that being said, one thing to note first off is that this is not exactly Zero's movie. That would come in the second one. In this, Zero's kind of like a new hero who's introduced to save the day.
Interesting.
We'll get to that.
So, the premise of this movie is basically Belial.
An evil Ultraman named Ultraman Belial.
I always pronounced it Belial, but.
I've always. I don't know. Anywho.
Like, okay, the movie, it seems that it starts off with two. How do I start this? The movie's about this character named Ultraman Belial, who's
an evil bastard.
An evil bastard, and it seems like it's going up against Ultraman Taro.
Okay. Let's rewind this and try this one more time. Movie is about an Ultraman who was tempted by power and got corrupted. His name was Belial, and he got possessed by the remaining spirits of a really, really, really ancient enemy. And
important because that comes into play later.
Yeah. just overall an evil Ultraman.
Pretty much.
And so the way the movie goes is that Belial breaks free from his prison and
Someone frees him in hopes of controlling him.
And
Also, I want to know what the hell is up with that guy who freed him. Like, that guy was a super dumbass. Like, he freed Belial, he was like, hey, I'm gonna give you all this power, just like, work with me. Belial was like, screw you, dude, kills him instantly.
pretty much.
he's basically just a catalyst to start the whole thing off.
He's the first domino in the sequence.
So what happens is that he breaks free and attacks the Land of Light, home of the Ultraman. And then what happens is that he steals the plasma spark, the source of energy on planet Ultra. And what happens then is that because it has no energy, the entire planet freezes over. So Ultraman 7 and Ultraman Mebius have to go out and find this guy named Ray, who has the same blood in him as Belial. And together they work to both retrieve the plasma spark to thaw out Planet Ultra, and at the same time defeat Ultraman Belial.
I think it missed in one of the three Ultras in the trio.
No, I said them: Ultraman, Ultra 7, and Ultraman Mebius.
Oh, I didn't hear the first Ultraman get mentioned. I'm sorry! Don't hate me.
Don't forget the other helpers, Ultraman Dyna and Ultraman Zero.
Yeah,
Those are the helpers.
Oh, we're getting to them.
Somebody talk.
Oh boy.
Apparently,
this might not have been a good idea. We can't say much about this one. Good God.
No. We can say
okay.
stuff,
do we want to share?
Okay. No, we do not want to share due to what happened with the Godzilla thing.
No. We're not sharing footage. We can share thoughts and.
I can share one thought, and that is, my God, Belial went on a just a Broly style rampage. It was just 7 minutes of him wiping the floor with every Ultra.
The other important thing about this scene is that within the history of the franchise, not much has really ever been seen of Planet Ultra itself. So this movie was kind of the first time we got down to the surface to see what Planet Ultra is really like, see its inhabitants, the way the Ultramen and Ultra women live, and that they are all babies on their planet.
Oh yes, the Ultra babies. But now, one thing I do think needs to be mentioned is it actually does go into the origin as to why these people have the abilities of an Ultra. The two people, Ultraman and Ultra 7, they reveal that at one point in time they did have a sun much like ours, and because of that...
that was just Mebius who explained that.
Oh yeah, Mebius. Well, the old men were there.
Nope, no. It was just Ray and Mebius in a ball of light.
Yeah. Okay. I'm half asleep, worried about other things.
He basically explains that
Hey now, I got this.
Okay, fine.
He basically explains that the reason why the Ultramen, or why the Ultras have their power, is because their sun basically blew up, or imploded. Basically, their sun went away. And after many years of research, they found a way to create power, to create light.
An artificial sun.
An artificial sun. And because of whatever it was that they used to make it, it gave the inhabitants of the planet the Ultra powers.
But beyond just that, they used to be human-like. But because of how intense that sunlight was, it caused their bodies to adapt and change, and they evolved into the Ultras, as we know them now.
But now, one thing about that's always confused me, okay? If they're like humans, and they're little. Why in the world would this thing make them adapt to be from little to ginormous?
Toku logic.
It's possible that
It's not a legitimate Toku unless there's something giant in it.
it's possible that they weren't little in the first place. They were always giant.
Well, no, it does show in the like flashback that they grow from normal size into the ultras.
Yeah, they had to be little.
It's rather interesting, but I think it's just one of those. You'll just have to accept this and move on.
Pretty much, it's just like, okay, we're not going to give you any answers. Next.
You'll forgive me if I don't remember some aspects of the movie, just because I did see it like a few months back, and I didn't have enough time to fully rewatch it.
I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to.
I finished with like an hour to go, so.
I watched it on New Year's, and I'm watching it again right now.
Neat. Let's see. Where do I want to start on this? Because there's just so much I liked about this movie.
The one thing, sorry to cut in.
Yes, I'm thinking on stuff.
The one thing that I did like though, was the fact there is one instance where Ray, the person who has the same kind of blood, pretty much goes apeshit crazy, and he starts attacking the Ultras. He's friends with the Ultras, but because of something that Belial or Belial or whatever his name is does, it causes him to go mad in a sense. And instead of using the giant monsters that he has control of to attack the other horde of monsters, he begins to tell them to attack the Ultras. The thing that I like about it is the fact that Dinah brings in the humans that are his comrades, and it's the captain who is able to almost literally knock sense back into Ray, who stops what he's doing. And it shows that maybe I'm just mega overthinking it, but to me it just shows that his ties are more on the human side, not the nasty, gnarly blood aspect side, or the ones that can control the monsters.
To give a bit of explanation, Ray is half Rayonics, which is the same power that Belial has, as explained. And so he has an ultra-like form called Raymon, and it's human-sized, but it's still powerful. And what happened is that Belial managed to trigger something to bring out the true Ray blood nature, which was a lot more sinister and crazy, out of control.
Well, I think, and again, I watched a lot of this today, so it's because before this point, they revealed that Raybrid, the this very ancient, well, not quite ancient, but a being who could control hundreds of monsters.
Right.
Its spirit had possessed Belial, and I think Belial used a fragment of that to trigger Ray's Rayonics blood. Thus, sending him a little mad.
Yeah, I looked away for a split second, so I didn't see that.
Uh-huh.
So, that's possible, which that would make sense. If he has a balance of human blood and Rayonics blood, then he can keep the balance in check. But if there's just that off balance enough,
yeah, no, he goes nuts.
He goes nuts. Oh boy!
Even causes his main monster, Gomora, to turn into a Rayonics powered mode.
Yeah.
Super mode.
Hence why it went red. It went red with rage. Good
Indeed.
idea.
Yeah.
But for me, this was a good introduction to Ultraman, like an official introduction to Ultraman. And because, like I said, I watched it when I was younger, back when they did bring it to the U.S., but they never really brought it in full spectrum to the U.S., and they never really discussed the origins of the Ultraman, which, you know, for obvious reasons, they wouldn't be able to use the same reasoning between the Japanese and the American. But I'm seriously going to have to go download this now, because it's a Toku that I did not think that I would like, just because, you know, me being who I am, I like the big robots. I like the big stuff. This does not have that, per se.
No, it has giant things fighting giant monsters, which are other
But
giants.
Yes.
Which is pretty gigantic.
Sort of. I like giant things punching each other. It's why I love Godzilla so much, and of course my favorite Ultra wasn't here, but like my second favorite was, which was Mebius. I was so glad to see him again.
And in truth, there was a good reason for him to be here, because before this, he was the most recent Ultraman. Because
Yeah.
after Ultraman Mebius, there was something of a drought in terms of Ultraman TV shows.
Yeah, and that basically led to the Zero Saga.
And yeah, sorry, we have Ultraman Zero, who was introduced in this movie.
Yeah,
Now
but before we
is
get to him, I want to talk about one dude in this movie who really made me smile a lot, and I actually was mad didn't get to be in the rest of the movie, which is Taro.
He seemed like a badass in the movie.
I was kicking myself when I realized who was voicing him, and because I didn't notice in Genga, and it just made me happy. The guy voicing him is famous for Kabuto Koji and Mazinger Z, and I was just kind of like, I'm a horrible Mazinger fan for not noticing this. And for the remainder of the time Taro was on screen, I just imagined it was Mazinger instead of Taro, and now I want Mazinger to team up with Ultraman. But I do have to agree, Taro was a supreme badass in this.
And to be fair, Taro is, as far as I know, very popular among the show Ultraman, and he is important because he's the son of the father of Ultra and mother of Ultra, who are like two of the highest-ranking commanders in the Galactic Patrol that Ultraman are part of.
I don't see how Ultra Mother is a commander of anything. Every time I see her in something, she gets her ass whooped super easy.
You know,
Yes.
ironically, Volt, you made that reference to Belial being like Broly, and I felt like Taro was like that. It was like reminiscent of like Goku versus Broly, because like Taro leads the squadron, and then Belial's just like, no, forget you, I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, no, but like, the reason I say he's like Broly is for like 7 or 8 minutes of the movie, it is just him stomping everybody.
I know, but it's even more like reminiscent, because the fact is Belial just like forgets everyone and then it just goes straight for Taro.
It is
Yeah,
a
but
lot longer than 7 minutes. I'm watching it right now.
And I also got my terms mixed up. It's actually called the Space Garrison.
Neat.
But anyway, back to where I was getting. This movie also introduced Ultraman Zero, who is quite different from past Ultraman. First off, being his appearance. He's not mainly red. The interesting thing about him is that his top half is blue and his bottom half is red. He's also a lot different from other Ultramen in terms of his personality. He's a hothead. He's really quick to anger.
He's cocky. He thinks he's hot shit.
I thought he was really cool with the armor on, and then I saw him with the armor off, and I was like, "You're still cool, but I want you to put the armor back on."
Well, the thing about him is that in the movie it's revealed that he was similar to Belial in that he also tried to claim the plasma spark and almost got corrupted, but Ultra 7 stopped him. Unfortunately,
Ultra 7's his daddy.
Yeah,
naughty boy.
not revealed until later on. And like I was saying, what happened was that he was banished to a faraway planet where he was sent to train with Ultraman Leo. And got to a point in the movie where they were just really outnumbered, outclassed, and just in a real pinch. And so, they had to summon Zero and get its help. And in summoning him, which was through Ultra 7's Eye Slugger, which is his head crest, it's revealed to him that he is Ultraman Zero's son. Oh, Zero is Ultra 7's son.
Yep.
Who is the Ultra Mother then?
I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna just flat out say this when it comes to Zero. I think he's cool and all. I like how he fights, but his introduction and the subsequent fight just made me mad.
Why? I thought it was hella cool.
It was hella cool, but it's like, excuse me, coming through, I'm Zero. The rest of you guys are not needed anymore. You can all just go home. Zero will take care of everything now.
Yeah, the thing is, before the final battle, he didn't get much screen time, but then when it came to the final battle, he kind of swooped in and hogged the spotlight and, beat the bad guys.
So, since this was his introductory movie, it is part of his trilogy.
It's not even that. It's just when he shows up, the movie is just like, you have the guy saying, "My God, he might be the strongest Ultraman of them all." The Plasma Spark picks him as its chosen warrior. Just like, it's his debut, and it's like, "You're a god among Ultras." Ha!
Well,
and it just kind of like felt like it cut the knees out from like Mebius 7, Taro, everybody else in this movie. I was happy to see Dinah again, and it's like, Dinah's kind of...
They call me Dinah.
It's... Like, I still liked the fight, it's just... He kind of undercut everybody.
Yeah.
At the same time, in the grand scheme, what they did with him worked because... like I said in the beginning, this was supposed to be a movie version, or a movie spin-off, to the Mega Monster Battle series, and, because of him, it got 2 sequels.
Yeah.
And really, it does kind of not give you the best impression of him, just because of how he kind of hogs the spotlight, and is a bit overblown here. You get to see a bit more of him, and you get to like him a little bit more as you watch the next 2 movies.
Okay. So, and when Belial takes the light from the Ultra Planet or whatever, like the energy or whatever, so what happens is it freezes the planet, right? So I'm watching this, and there are Ultramen that are legit trying to run away. They're flying in the air, trying to get away from the frozen thing. And the thing literally defies all physics, defies everything possibly possible, because Toku, and it freezes them in midair as they're still flying, and they just stay like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That.
Their anti-grav still work.
Oh, what?
I just take it as time was frozen.
Yeah.
There is some like really really heavy scenes when the planet is frozen. I think one of my favorite scenes of when the Ultras are in human state is when they finally get into the tower and Ultraman, Ultra 7, and Mebius land in front of Father of Ultra's frozen head, and Ultraman just has like this look of horror on his face, like, my God, Father's. But it's like it's only for a moment.
Yeah.
Father of Ultra is one of the most powerful Ultramen out there, and to see him be reduced to the state definitely would have an impact on him.
Yeah.
Although, kind of off on a side tangent, I would personally love to see a series revolving around the Ultra King. Seeing someone fight in that suit, you just want to sort of look at him and be like, and I'm supposed to, seriously?
I actually like the Ultraman King suit. Small correction, it wasn't Ultraman, it was Ultra 7 who had the look of horror.
Oh, okay.
But no, seriously. I mean, no, I like the suit too, but at the same time,
I get it. I get it. I actually, because I know that Ultraman has its own aesthetics aside from Sentai and Kamen Rider, I give their suits a lot of leeway, and they usually all impress me.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the Ultraman suits, and it was one of the reasons why at first I didn't appreciate the Ultra series as much as I do now, is because they are all so similar. But once I learned that they are all aliens from the same planet, it made a lot more sense to me.
Yep.
Now, because, like I said, I know very, very little of Ultraman, one of y'all help me out here. In the American series, there was one that could change. He could change color.
Tiga.
Like, okay.
Tiga is like the only one who can do that, I believe.
Not quite. Dinah also has type changing, as well as Cosmos and even Zero would later have.
I think Mebius has one form change, but it's
Mebius
Tiga.
Rather had power-ups.
Yeah. Tiga was the one who would come to introduce form changes to Ultraman because, like, Ultras before him never had that.
Yeah.
He was the guy who kind of just introduced it to Ultra, and I believe he has the most. Because he has his multiform, power form, sky form, glitter, tornado, and blast. For some reason, people consider Dark part of that, but I just consider that an Ultraman of its own.
And I guess that also gets into another thing of the Showa and Heisei Ultraman, which is a similar case to the Showa and Heisei Kamen Riders, where with the Showa Ultraman, that's where you really see them looking mostly the same. A lot of them, I mean, some of them had very similar heads. Some had even the same head. And it's when they got into the Heisei Ultraman that they started to make them look more different from each other. They would still have rather similar heads, just on the basis of them being Ultramen from Planet Ultra, but they would start varying up the designs a lot more, the color scheme, power, whatnot.
So, guys, what did you guys thought about the plot and overall of the movie?
Well, I since I know nothing of Ultraman, I don't know how it goes with the rest of with other series, but just looking at this from a standoff, nothing else, I liked it. I mean, the introduction of the villain, I do like the fact that this one thing said, I'm going to break you out and join me. Screw you.
Dead. Just dead on eye contact.
For me, it felt very reminiscent of the superhero Tyson movie. And what I mean by that is that there was a lot going on. And like you, CJ, I'm not really too well tuned of Ultraman. But with everything going on, it kept me glued. Kind of like the original superhero Tyson. I was like, ooh, you have my attention.
Well, I look at it from the standpoint of, hypothetically, let's say that I have knowledge. The fact that they did bring back a lot of these other Ultras, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of these, it looked like these were the guys that played them originally.
That was the original 7 and the original Ultraman.
Yeah.
The fact that they even supply, I guess as you would call it, supply fan service for even a Toku such as Ultraman, bringing back the original oldie goldies, as you would kind of call them. I'm not calling you old. I like it. I mean, that sets a good precedent, at least in my head, since I know nothing of the series. But the fact that they're doing with it like they've done with previous Toku, that's kind of a side thing. But the plot, if you ask me, bringing them back actually did help move the plot along. Yes, it was written that way and if they'd written it any other way, yeah, we would have gone along with that too. But I'm just stating for the record here and now, I like the way the plot went with the introduction of the previous Ultras. It gives me a good idea of where I need to start.
Well, here, that kind of leads me to something you probably know, which is something that is quite a difference between Toei, who makes Super Sentai Kamen Rider, and Tsuburaya, who makes Ultraman, is that, well, Toei is kind of this big conglomerate that has several divisions, including different stuff working with anime and tokusatsu, and they have many series under their belt. With Tsuburaya, they're really like an exclusively tokusatsu company and work almost exclusively in terms of Ultraman. So for them, it's a lot easier to bring back past actors than it is for Toei to do.
In fact, I remember reading this somewhere, but I think they have a mandate. If they're going to have the human state of an Ultra appear, it has to be the original actor coming back.
And the thing is, for the most part, Ultraman actors are very much willing to do so.
Because they're not treated like crap.
It's not even that they're not treated like crap. It's the thing with Tsuburaya is the fact that they do almost exclusively Ultra means they show it a lot of love. It's what makes Tsuburaya, and it's a case of I had the word in my head, but now it's gone.
Dedication?
Yes. It's just really refreshing to see. Another difference, well, actually, I wouldn't say difference, but like just Ultraman feels, in terms of overall quality, a little higher than Super Sentai and Rider. I don't know how to quite explain it, but
the thing is, they have at times it seems like they have somewhat bigger budgets, sometimes smaller budgets, but they put in several times they put in more effort.
Well, I can kind of understand that to some degree because they're focusing solely on Ultraman. They're not having to focus on Super Sentai and Kamen Rider and all the stuff in between with all of that. They're just strictly solely Ultraman.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um. So what did y'all think of the movie?
Honestly, I thought it was great because it's both a good way of kind of celebrating the Ultra series as a whole with all these different Ultramen and actually getting into the lore of the Land of Light, but also, as you guys have expressed, a good starting point for newcomers because it also kind of brings you into the universe. It kind of lets you get acclimated and informs you of things that sometimes you'd have to watch a lot of stuff to really get to know.
Which is one thing that I'm very appreciative of this series is, for a newcomer like myself, I would have been lost had they not kind of given a bit of a backstory, partway through the movie. It's like they gave a backstory. Yay! I know what's going on. At least a little bit of an idea. Whoa! So, I enjoyed the movie.
I enjoyed it. I still stand by. I know it was supposed to, in a way, be his introduction, but I think Zero just completely undercut a lot of people. And to me, that's a bit of a ding because you don't entirely want one character to completely outshine all the others, because it then will almost make the others look incompetent.
Well, with that said, though, if this is the first of three movies, it would be interesting to see how the other two play out because, yeah, we do get introduced to Zero, and at the end, yeah, he just sort of pretty much take over and say, "Get out of my way." But I guess movies 2 and 3 might be different and might be a little more balanced.
Well, yeah, this is probably the biggest in terms of scale because this is the one with the most Ultramen in it. The next two focus more on Zero himself and kind of some new side characters that they introduce into the series to become this team that he starts called Ultimate Force Zero. And it's consistent of Ultraman Zero and several other giant beings who aren't Ultramen.
I know for a fact one of them is I'm trying to remember his name. Glenfire.
Yeah.
That dude is one of my favorites. Glenfire's so cool.
I thought the movie was really cool. There was a lot of fighting. And also, it was directed by Koichi Sakamoto. That too. For those that don't know, Koichi Sakamoto has directed literally every season, action director of every season of Power Rangers, and he does Kamen Rider and Sentai sometimes. And he's done some of the superhero Tyson movies.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
He also did
one of the best action directors in Japan, and
yeah, I know he did. What is it? Ultimatum.
Yeah.
And Megamax too. Right.
He also came over here a couple times, and he did the incredibly shaky cam action for RPM.
But yeah, whatever. If you wonder why the action was so crazy, it was because Koichi Sakamoto. But yeah,
he was still going through a shaky cam phase.
That being said, it should come with also the warning that the kind of action you see here is different than what you will see in your typical Ultra series because this was a lot more fast-paced and quick, whereas a lot of times with Ultraman, it's on a smaller scale. It's a lot more like people wrestling in these, rubber suits than the kind of heavy martial arts stuff that you saw in this movie.
It's more slow-paced.
Did I lag out?
No.
Oh, well, okay. I don't know. Well, back to what I was saying. The movie's really cool. If you haven't seen anything Ultraman, this is a good start because there's a lot of ultra lore and ultra. There's a lot of ultra things. This is an ultra good movie.
It's an
There's
ultra movie. Woo!
It's an ultra movie about ultra people doing ultra things, and it's ultra good.
Having an ultra time.
No, they're ultra struggling to defeat
I will
Ultraman,
The stick.
Ultraman Belial, and his monster battalion.
Yeah, another thing to mention about this movie is that besides having lots of Ultraman, it also has
A lot of
lots
monsters.
of monsters, and that brings me to a little talk about that, which is that they really have there's a lot more variety in Super Rai's monster suit than you'll ever see from Toei, because a lot of times they will go with stuff that's not inherently humanoid. A lot of stuff is very beastly, very alien, very out there. There's a lot of variety,
Oh,
and that's what makes them so great.
it looks like a lot of Godzilla monsters.
Yeah, I will be honest. The entire time I watched this, I seriously expected Godzilla to pop up because I was like, "Wait a minute, this looks like old Godzilla."
There probably is a Godzilla monster.
Tsuburaya, who created the Ultra series, had some part he had some part at Toho, and I think he had some kind of involvement with Godzilla at some point.
There probably is a Godzilla-inspired monster. Go on, Noah.
There's a lot of, in some cases, in some Super Raya monsters, some Godzilla homage, because I believe KRX is right when it comes to some members of Super Raya.
Okay, I just looked it up, and Eiji Tsuburaya was one of the co-creators of Godzilla.
Thank you.
Ha!
Damn!
So that would explain a lot.
Oh yes.
But I think after a certain point they hit their own stride for monsters. That Salamandra or Saramandra. Oh my god, that thing looked awesome.
I just saw it. I'm watching the movie right now. I just they're actually fighting it right now.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Also, the unhenshin fights are pretty cool. Like when Mebius versus that mosquito fly-looking guy with the gun and stuff, and you can't transform because your transformer thingy is broken.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, I guess one of the other things about Tsuburaya is they are very much willing to bring back older monsters. In fact, they use some of the older monsters a lot, and it helps to keep them fresh and alive.
Yeah. I mean, I liked how in this story at the monster graveyard, how especially like I said, newbies like me, they did bring back a lot of the old monsters. They brought them back to life, so that we pretty much had an idea. Okay, these people have been fought before.
The other thing is, a lot of times they will mention them by name, so that people who don't know who these monsters are can learn what their names are, and so they can remember them.
It's also mostly because in some ways, and this is more in, I believe, the Heisei series, but a lot of Ultraman series are connected in some ways.
Yeah, there is actually a multiverse in the Ultra series.
Some have multiple Ultras show up in it, some are entirely new universes that have their own Ultra that show up. But I believe Mebius is one of the ones that's had an Ultra before.
Yeah.
They specifically... The start concept is that the world has not seen Ultraman in, years. But also monsters haven't attacked in, a while. and they have a database of like new and old monsters, and one of them was like, "Oh my God, this is something that has killed an Ultraman before."
Yeah, that is something that has happened.
Ultramen can die.
Yes.
No one is immortal in this world.
Well, except for Seven. You can't kill Seven without causing riots.
Apparently. Because I swear to God, I thought that dude died.
And then you
When
get one of the most touching hugs ever.
yes.
I will admit I was yelling at the screen, just like, "Come on, cry some Ultra tears."
I mean, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, Ultra 7 probably is the most popular Ultraman in the franchise, to the point where he has gotten multiple incarnations. There's been Ultra 7X. There's also been like a directed DVD Ultra 7 series, and he's appeared a lot.
Yeah.
And that's probably why they made Zero the son of Seven, to give him that legacy of this very respected, very much loved Ultraman.
While I give Zero crud in this movie, that moment when he finally introduces himself, I was just kind of like, "Yeah, you tell him who you are, and then you go kick his ass and throw him in the lava. Do it."
Yeah, that would have been that would have been interesting.
That
Thank-
moment was. He did throw him in the lava. Well, not throw him.
Yeah.
But the fact that when he introduced himself as Zero, son of Seven, I kind of was wrapped up in the hype.
I think we all
So I
were.
feel like, in short, go watch this movie.
Yes.
Seriously, yeah, do it.
If you haven't seen it yet, why are you
Or
still here?
accessible movies, because the thing about this is that I'm not sure about the Japanese DVD release, but the Blu-ray is significant in that it actually has the official Blu-ray has English subtitles on it. So
You know what I thought was crazy? This movie is made by Warner Brothers.
yeah, it's distributed by Warner Brothers.
Does that mean it's in America?
Not
Really?
exactly.
Damn.
Warner Brothers does have international divisions.
Ah.
Well, you know, I will admit that when I saw the Warner Brothers thing pop up, I'm looking at it like, wait a minute. I thought we were watching something from Japan.
Yeah, I know. I was like, do I have the right movie on?
But, was I given the right movie? What's going on?
You know, I think it's probably because of Warner Brothers that it has English subtitles. But yeah, this is actually distributed by Warner Brothers Entertainment Japan, the Japanese division.
Okay.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Neither did I.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shut up. I will get stick.
I think
I
in
think one day
the
we should
long
watch
run,
something we hate.
I mean, this is one of the rare cases where I can wholeheartedly say that if you have a way of playing it, try and get the official release, because it does have English subtitles. So you don't really have to rely on the fan sub.
You know, I think I'm actually watching the official release. I'm not quite sure.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I don't know. There were some times where I was just correcting the subtitles on this.
Well, to be fair, the subtitles aren't entirely correct. There are some weird stuff like spelling Ray Blood as Ray Brad, which I don't know. Maybe they meant it.
Oh no, I'm not even talking that. There was a moment where Mebius said Sumanai or like sorry to Ray, but the subtitles said thanks, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
That's not the right word.
it's a bit strange.
So, I think we're slowly running out of time. I think we kind of need to wrap it up a little
I
bit.
think we ran out of topics.
Well, we didn't technically run out of time. We're actually quite a bit ahead. At least that's what the YouTube channel is telling me. But
We have like 30 minutes of runtime left, but I think we're
not
all.
whoa, 30 minutes. You're on something. We have at least. So what do we do to do like 45? So we have it like 15 minutes.
I mean,
40.
we can just go through the usual like final wrap up. I think we already did that by saying we just all like the movie.
Yeah.
And you know what I would say is that if you're gonna watch this movie, after you watch this, try to see if you can find a way to watch Ultraman Zero, the movie, The Revenge of Belial.
I
Because
probably will look into that myself.
I would say that is, out of the trilogy, the best one.
I hear that a lot.
And it's true. It is a tighter story, it's a smaller scale, and it does a better job because of it.
Hey, did Zero in the armor? Did he remind you of Mewtwo at all? When Mewtwo wore that cybernetic armor stuff in Pokemon the movie.
A little bit.
It was specifically a training armor.
It looks more like it was just restraining rather than training.
To me, it looked like something straight out of.
Hold up. If you guys have the movie right now, ready to go, you guys should totally skip to, let's see, like 47 minutes and some change. Because that explosion was like the most fabulous explosion I've ever seen. When everybody jumps in the air, and then we have Mabius, who was unaffected by the explosion. He legit jumped in the air, did like a 360, like not like a flip or anything, but just a 360. And like Ray, I think he like.
Oh yeah, no. He did a helicopter spin.
Yeah, no, that was like the greatest explosion. So that was hold on, I'm watching it again because like
it's good stuff.
I don't. Maybe this was the greatest one, but I don't know who else was affected by this one.
But anywho, so I have things to have to do before I have to go to bed to go to work in the morning. So
I think we should all watch something we hate.
I don't like that idea. That's
I don't either.
I don't.
Because like we've all watched things that that we'd liked in the end. I think we should all hate something together equally. Just like
Wizard.
I don't get into the negative personally.
Well, we can't like everything.
Yes, we can. Seriously, we need to end it. Do you see all the crap I have to fill out right now? I have paperwork to do.
Yeah.
He's a big man.
I mean, we're more about celebrating Tokusatsu than critiquing it or criticizing it.
Well, I can see that because, we're also celebrating, just how profound it is because, I mean, look at how much Toku has affected, things outside of Japan. I think we talked about this one other time before, like one of our first episodes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know you guys won't see me in a Deno episode ever.
We already did Deno.
I know, but you guys wanted to finish Deno like not so long ago, and I fiercely disagreed. Fiercely.
Well, that's like if we ever do a Kamen Rider double. That's at least between me, Noah, or me, Volt, and Frog. It's going to get bashed out of hell. Well, maybe not out of hell, but it's going to have some bashing. It's not going to come out unscathed.
I'm definitely gonna say that I'm proud of one thing on this, and it just went all the way back to our first episode, and we've been going for about half a year now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I mean, we've hit days where we can't do an episode, and that's all right. We've done very well, and we've added some new awesome people to our list of wonderful cast, and we also have plenty of viewers, and we love the viewers. We love all of the people that are becoming our new cast. I'm very happy with the way this has gone.
Also, I was with Dylan today. If you guys remember Dylan, yeah, I don't know. Dylan is not, here because school and work and stuff. But he says he will try and come out, like join us in a few weeks for at least he'll try and join us for the drive episode.
That works. School is a very understandable thing. We all have issues that come up that prevent us from being able to do it. Be it 1 or 2 episodes, or be it a prolonged thing. I'm okay with that. It happens. Oh boy, Mr. Eric, he left. Why did he leave?
Probably the internet problem, for sure.
See that, or he got tired of us running this on and on and on. Seriously, paperwork.
Oh, wait, still the topic of the movie. Was there any actors in this movie that have been in Kamen Rider or Sentai? I feel like I've seen Mabius somewhere.
I don't believe so, actually.
I can kind of say yes because the guy who voiced Taro also was the voice of Sharky Man in Geki Ranger.
Oh, Shaki.
So, but again, most famous for Mazinger.
Yeah. I don't know, that chick on that one spaceship with Ray. I feel like I've seen that girl somewhere. Definitely.
Huh.
I don't know where. Something Tokusatsu. Oh, they're transforming into the Ultras, and there's what is this? Sunglasses?
Yeah, that's the Ultra.
With...
That is how Ultra 7 transforms.
But before we wrap up, I do have to say that was a very interesting transformation. Oh look, I've got glasses. Watch this.
Well, I feel like they do it because Ultra 7 has very distinct eyes that are pretty different from a lot of other Ultramen who have the more,
rounded.
Yeah, the more rounded.
Well, Taro has the same eye, almost has the same eyes as well, but it's
it almost looks like in their Ultra suit. It almost in their suit they have pupils.
Well,
there are a
that's
total
their eye holes.
Yeah.
There are, I believe, a total of 5 Ultras who have that. One is 7, then Leo and Leo's brother are another 2.
Then Taro, then Zero.
Yeah. No, Zero doesn't have the eyes.
Oh wait, no, that would be Max.
Yeah. There are only 5 who have ones that look like actual eyes.
Well, I think just because we have stuff to do, 2 of us do at least, we need to wrap this up. Overall, go watch the movie. You need to go watch the movie. It's very, very good.
If you're not watching this movie, you better be watching Digimon at least. That's all I gotta say.
Digimon is
God.
Watch something good. Digimon. Digimon's preferred.
Or Flint the Time Detective. Anywho, shameless plugs.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm sure a good chunk of people already know what I plug.
Same for all of us.
Well, KRX50 is
below.
still here. KRX50 is still here. Also, I noticed you didn't put his Facebook page on there. You should probably fix that.
Oh right, I now have a Facebook page in addition to my YouTube channel. Though admittedly, I mostly just post my videos there as well. For people who might not be subscribed to me.
We'll fix that.
Or you probably should be.
We'll get that. I'll get that fixed here in a moment.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure.
As always.
Yes.
Yes.
Here, I'll show my face for the last few seconds.
He's gracing us with his presence.
Oh my.
Oh God.
I'm really
Oh
sick.
God, it's hideous.
Save me, Boo!
I'm really sick.
But anyway, so with all that said, we hope you enjoyed this episode as we ranted, raved, and overall discussed this wonderful movie.
That's my line.
I stole it for the day. But no, seriously, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Send this along, and of course, check our links down below. With all that said, I'm the Toyman.
We're trying to become famous.
Yes, we want to be famous. Woo! But with all that said, have a good night.
Later.
Peace, everybody.
See ya.